In this lecture, we are going to discuss linear search. Linear search is considered to be the simplest search. I will explain it with the help of an example. Suppose we have an array storing scores of 10 students. This is our array. The name of the array is SC. SC1 is the first element, SC2 second element, SC10 is the last element, 10th element. So SC1 of course represents the score of the first student, SC2 represents the score of the second student, and so on, right? So this is our array. Suppose I want to search a value 100 from this array, right? So I have assumed that this value 100 has been stored into a variable val. So what we will be doing is we would compare the value 100 with the very first element, that is SC1. What is the value of SC1? 90. So both the values, they do not match. So what we will simply do is we will move to the next element. Next element is SC2, value of which is 92. We would compare it with the value of val, that is 100. Both the values do not match. Again, we will move to the next element. The value of the next element, that is SC3, is 98. Again, 100, 98, they do not match. We will move to the next element, that is SC4. The value of SC4 is 99. Again, matching is not taking place. And we will keep moving like this. So we are just moving linearly. Ultimately, we will reach the element SC9 and the value of val, that is 100, will exactly match with the value of SC9, that is 100. So we have found the value and we will say that our search was successful. Okay, let me explain it with the help of algorithm. I will tell you how the algorithm of linear search is to be written. Okay, in step number 1, what I am doing is I have taken a counter variable with the name count. The name could be anything. So I have initialized it a value with the value 1. Why? Because I am going to start my subscript with 1. As you know, in algorithms, we start the subscripts of arrays with 1, whereas in C, C++, etc., we start the subscript with 0. So this is an algo. So set count colon is equal to 1. After that, I would apply the loop, repeat steps 3, 4 while count is less than equal to 10. So the loop will start with the value of count 1, and after that it will keep moving. And what I will do is when I will reach at step number 3, which happens to be part of the loop, I will make the check if val is equal to SC count. Now what is the value of count right now? It is only 1. So if val is equal to SC1, what is the value of val? 100. We are going to compare it with the first element, that is SC1. Does it match? No, right? So this if condition is false, so all these statements will not be executed. We will move to step number 4. In order to move ahead, what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to increment the value of our counter variable. So I would write set count colon is equal to count plus 1. So the new value of count will become 2, right? Because now this was the last statement of the loop. It will go up in the beginning of the loop. It will check the condition while count is less than equal to 10. Yes, condition is true because value of count is only 2. Right, after that it will enter into the loop block. If val is equal to SC2, no. Again, these statements will not be executed because our condition has turned out to be false. Then it will reach step number 4. Set count colon is equal to count plus 1 is going to increment the value of count by 1. It will become 3. Again, it will go at the beginning of the loop. Condition is true because count is less than equal to 10. And it will keep doing like this. And ultimately, when the value of count will reach 9, so what will happen is, suppose now the value of count has reached 9 during the execution of this loop. So this condition is true, count is less than equal to 10 because value of count is now 9. If val is equal to SC9, yes, now the condition is true. Now these statements will be executed. What are these statements? We are going to print the message of success. So we will say value found at location number. What is the location number? 9. So the message will be value found at location number 9. Now there is no need to be within this algorithm. So by using the return statement, we will return back. As you know, this is the comment end of if, and now the control will not come to step number 4, 5 or 6. So here only we will return back, right? Now suppose we are going to search a particular value that incidentally does not happen to be present in the array, right? So search is going to be unsuccessful. How we will go about this? It's very simple. I will start comparing the value of val, that is this time over 75, and 75 is not in the array. So we will compare 75 with SC1, SC2, SC3, SC4, value of count is being incremented, and ultimately it will be compared with the last element, that is SC10. So let's go to the algorithms. So loop is going on. Last comparison is val is equal to SC9. Is val equal to SC9? No. Okay, this was the second last comparison. After that, value of count will be incremented by 1. It will become 10. It will go up. Condition is still true because value of count is 10. So we have written count is less than equal to 10. Condition is true. If val is equal to SC10, what is the value of SC10? 88. Again, the comparison was not successful, right? So again it will come to step number 4. Set count is colon is equal to count plus 1. Now the value of count will reach 11, right? Again it will go up at the beginning of the loop and condition would be falsified because value of count has reached 11, whereas our condition says while count is less than equal to 10. So that means condition has become false, loop will break, and of course when the loop will break, the control will come to step number 5. And on step number 5, there is no need to make any check. We will simply write no such value exists. So that means we were unable to find the value. And after that, the control will return back to the calling algorithm. Students, let me make it very clear that if the value happens to be present in the array, that means search is successful. There is no question of your control coming to step number 5. Why? Because in the case of success, the control, this condition will be true and control will return back to the calling algorithm. This algorithm will be left and return statement will go back, will take the control back to the calling algorithm. So it will not come to this step, no such value exists, right? The control will come to step number 5 only and only if the loop has exhausted fully and value of count has reached 11. And that will happen only when there is no such value in the array. Only then control will come to step number 5, no such value exists will be printed.